What's good, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and today we're gonna talk about robots. Now, I used to be in computer science back when I was in college, and you know, I was always kind of interested in looking at the progress of AI and robotics. Ever since I, kind of stopped studying that, I didn't really care. And I actually stopped looking at it for a little bit because I just found like it gave me a lot of fear. Just, like, I don't know, I would just like overthink it because here are these like robots and AIs that could potentially go rogue and, could take jobs. They can make music, they can make art. I was like, I kind of got overwhelmed by that. And I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to look at the progress of that anymore because day by day it's just getting better and better. So I kind of stopped looking at it. But recently, I've seen this video that has been like kind of going around. And it's this video from Boston Dynamics, a very popular, robotics company. And it was the craziest shit I've seen. What the literally the most realistic robot like movement I've ever seen. And I was just the fact that that shit is cartwheeling, breakdancing, it's running. Like when you see the run, it looks exactly like a human. It stops like a human. Apparently, they put like motion sensors on like an actual person, and they basically just, uh, I guess, programmed it to follow whatever the human was doing after the fact. And unbelievable. The For me, this confirmed like the future's here. I think that the future's here already. AI, like by the time you know it, we're all gonna be having a personal robot that we can tell to do whatever we want it to do. Whether that's clean the fucking house, get food for me, like, you know what I mean, whatever it is. And that is just crazy to me. I feel like that's in the near future. Like at this point, if you have these motherfuckers cartwheeling, I don't see why it's, I think it's right around the corner. So the future's here, man. And to me, that just blew my mind. Just changed my perspective on, I guess, the state of the world and where the future's going. And that wasn't even the only one I saw. Like, apparently, there's like there's videos going around of robots being displayed from companies. And there's another one from like I think the Ubi Tree or some company named like that. And this motherfucker's doing kung fu moves. Dog, this guy's squaring up. We have robots squaring up now, roundhouse kicking like, and I guess you can see that as like it's not that crazy, but just keep in mind that it's only gonna get better from here. So to the point where like it's gonna get integrated into society by the time you know it. Just like our phones did, just like iPhones, from one day to the next, now everyone has an iPhone, and it's gonna reach that point pretty soon, like sooner than we think, and that is just mind blowing to me. Now, I would say we're cooked, but I'm pretty optimistic about the future in general, and I like the fact that we are getting robots. Um, but if used wisely, when it comes to like labor, for example, I think that's great. I don't think nobody wants to work a fucking labor job. Um, Like nobody wants to do physical labor, nobody wants to do tedious, monotonous tasks, just repetitive, doing the same thing over and over again. Nobody wants to do that. I think that humans were not made for that, just to mindlessly, we're made for more creative things, in my opinion. So the fact that we can free up space and time and save our energy from doing those, tedious tasks is, I think, a great thing. And I know people get concerned about robots taking our jobs, and I think that's good. Society's going to find things for humans to do. And so, and you're going to get paid somehow. Like, the whole system's going to change from this, right? So, nothing's going to be the same. There's going to be a huge shift in our society. So, we're not just going to have regular jobs anymore. Why would we have that if we're having robots that are literally don't complain, have infinite fucking, they can work forever. They're the best workers. They don't complain. They'll constantly work for you. They're going to be mad efficient. They're going to be mad on point with other things. Yeah, and then you're probably going to save money in the end versus paying like a human being. So this shift is inevitably going to happen. And, I think it's for the good. And people shouldn't be so frightened of losing their jobs or whatever. Like, you're going to find something else to do that is probably more meaningful to you than just like moving boxes, like having a meaningless job, right? Nobody wants to do that. I mean, I just totally think the future is literally here. And, again, by the time you know it, we're going to have our own personal robots that can do, whatever we want with it. And things are going to get just super interesting and hectic. And, I'm excited for the future. As long as these robots don't go rogue and the human race doesn't blow itself up, I'm looking forward to the future, in my opinion, because, I just think our system needs a big shift, and it's from these new technologies, from AI and these crazy ass robots that are doing kung fu moves nowadays. Shit is for sure gonna change just because it has to. We're just gonna have better tech. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.